3 times a year for 64 years, Tawny Tyson has come to Millsbeck War Cemetery to place flowers at the grave of a loved one. As dear as a brother, yet until now only a name carved in stone. Like many here, the Tysons were asked after the war to adopt a soldier's grave. Few have been tended so faithfully for so long.
I just found it a very natural thing to do because he fought for our freedom. Something inside me always told me that I had to go to Harold's grave. He just belonged to us.
Beyond this inscription, Tawny knew nothing of Harold's life, and it would have stayed that way but for a chance meeting with this photographer. He was so touched by her devotion to Harold, he resolved to find out for her who he was.
But the smithy was round the corner.
In Scotland, he found the Dumfriesshire cottage Harold left behind, traced his name on Dunsker War Memorial.
And what was he like?
Oh, it's a nice little boy, he was
Yeah, he was nice.
And met old school friends.
It were the Scottish people who liberated my part of the country, and I'm grateful for what they have done. And after all these years, I can do something back to make a story alive.
Now, Tawny has a booklet detailing Harold's life.
I am very content now that at the end of my life we know more about Harold, and also that the story is known in Scotland.
And so it was with extra poignancy that Tawny laid new flowers of remembrance at Harold Ewan's grave a few days ago.
Ja, voor ons dat we ons bevrijd hebben.
Still grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah, very grateful, yes.
Yeah.
You see a lot of tears in her eyes. It's very sadful after all these years. There is a face by the grave.
Mrs. Tyson comes here every Christmas, Liberation Day in May and All Souls Day in November. At 90, she knows her visits are numbered, but she also knows that when the time comes, her children and grandchildren will take over Harold's care. Willie Johnston, reporting Scotland, Millsbeek in the Netherlands.